Hey everyone, I'm Dwight with the owner of Max Moving Company and Max Moving Software. So pretty much I'm doing this video today because I've been hearing from a lot of guys in the moving industry on whether we should charge for either packing or whether packing is hourly or packing should be flat rate. And I just want to break down, the pros and cons to charging flat rate or charging hourly. So I did write some notes here. Please subscribe to my channel for more content that'll be posted on a regular. Um, and ultimately, all I'm here for is to help you get to the next level in your moving business. So to get started, we're gonna start with the hourly packing. And with the hourly packing, some 1 second, little technical issues. Come on. Let's see. So Okay, so some pros about doing packing by the hour. So, to start, there's with packing by the hour, there's a potential to make more money based on time and the actual time spent packing. There's also additional time to prepare and stage for the move. So, come move day, you're not scrambling to try to get all around the house, grab boxes in the basement or in the garage or whatever the case is. The guys can actually stage, or ladies can actually stage all the boxes where you would prefer your team to grab the boxes from. So now your job is made a lot easier, and you just got to grab the furniture. Another pro to packing by the hour is also you have time to complete any other necessary tasks by the customer. So if the customer has some extra additional tasks that you need to complete, you're not running on time constraint to please this customer on pack day, which obviously also leaves to good stigma on move day because now the customer is in a good vibe that you guys did such a great job on pack day. Now, here are some of the cons. Unsatisfied customer because your team actually milked the time. They took maybe longer than what the customer thought they should take. So now, this customer's unsatisfied, caused issues with billing, and now, oh yeah, you got to pack the next day. So now their attitude is kind of a little more on the sour side. So another con would be the customers not knowing the true cost from start. So a lot of companies do start with minimums, and th- that doesn't that doesn't say how long the job is going to be. You have 60, maybe even 120 boxes you need to pack depending on the customer's house. So you're telling them your minimum doesn't give them that final cost. How long will it actually take? How much should I budget for? Which then, again, could potentially lead to an unsatisfied customer. Some customers may not mind, but a lot of customers will mind. Um, and less chance of booking a packing job because cost fluctuates. So those are the three pros and the three cons to packing by the hour. Now let's go into packing flat rate. So some of the pros to packing flat rate would be cost is based solely on the number of boxes brought. So ideally, most moving companies know the math behind this, and if you would like to know more, definitely send me a message or so like that. I'll be glad to go over some of the strategies that we've used in the past. But again, they would charge based on the box. So if you have your boxes broken down in kits, you're more or less going to want to charge a per box rate. The per box rate obviously will entangle with time because we know that, let's say, a small box has, let's say, 5 minutes worth of pack time involved. So instead of having to figure out, oh, well, let me do this hourly, you can actually do it on a flat rate by, hey, 5 minutes times how many boxes I have as small boxes, then your medium boxes, then your large boxes, on and on and on. Um, this can also be very profitable in a way as well if you have very efficient packers who can get out underneath the time versus going over the time. Because in most cases, we'll go over that as why this can be considered a con. So also, the customer knows their cost up front, which can increase your booking percentage for the packing job. Because you're telling the customer, hey, your packing job is going to be X amount of dollars, not to exceed. This customer is more like say, okay, you know what? I have that in my budget. Let's go forward with it. Or I do not have it in my budget. I may just pack myself, but there is a higher chance for conversion. Um, your team knows what they need to do. If done sooner than projected time, they get paid the same. So, um, so that's a plus. So if you're, let's just say that all the boxes that you're bringing, your team knows that the job is expected to take 5 hours, not to exceed. If they're efficient packers and they can get done in 3 or even 4 hours, then basically they make technically 5 hours of pay that day, depending on your pay structure. But in typical cases, you know, most people would just pay whatever the flat rate time is. Now, one of the cons is that if the packers take a little bit longer to pack than the estimated 5 hours, then technically they're getting paid for the 5 hours, which then causes unhappy employees because they're not getting paid any more money and they're still out there. So ultimately that energy can rub off to the customer. So you do want to be mindful of that. Hey, making sure you send an efficient team, making sure that they're not doing any more extra than what they need to do. Another con is staging. Staging is almost obsolete in this case because it is flat rate and their time is spent on packing that box properly, that they do not have time to stage all of the boxes in the right respective room because that's going to push them over that flat rate time frame. Also, because if you're selling your boxes and kits, your customer may expect that you're going to use all the boxes versus having any extra boxes. So with that being said, even though you may have charged, and you should always bring sorry yeah, you should always bring about 35% more boxes anyways, so that this reduces um the chances of you coming up short on your boxes. But with that in mind, customers may want a discount because you did not use all of your boxes and stuff like that. So depending on your policies or whatever the case is, you can either justify for that, or it becomes a little hardship with breaking down that discount based on, oh well, you didn't use 10 boxes or you didn't use 5 small boxes, and now you have to kind of regulate what that discount looks like, which can get very very messy. So in short, I leave it up to you to decide flat rate or hourly. They both have a benefit that just has to suit your company needs. And that is it. If you have any other questions on packing, don't hesitate to give me a ring. You could find me on Facebook as Dwight Mack, or you can just leave a message on my channel here. But please like and subscribe. Thank you.